Hi guys, I'm Maddie Stevens, and today I'm going to be discussing the poem The Verses Upon the Burning of Our House by Bradstreet that was written in 1666. When exploring Unit 2, I was automatically kind of drawn to Bradstreet overall. After learning that she was a Puritan and kind of had unique views at this time, and also was the first woman to be published as a writer in early America, I was just automatically drawn to her because I just think that was so cool. If you really dig deep in this poem, it is very educational and can kind of give you a deeper outlook into women's views and Puritans' views during this time. No matter who you are, what you've been through, I feel that everybody can connect to this poem in some sort of way. Things that were unique about this poem were the things that I also really liked about it. So the first thing, as I've discussed before, is just really having this outlook of Puritan values. Puritans lived really close to Christ and believed if you were to rebel is to rebel against God. Bradstreet states, "Yet by his gift is made thine own. There's wealth enough. I need no more." After reading the poem, you can really connect this line specifically with the whole thing, as through this hard time, after her house is burning down and she's going through these different stages of grief, she learns to lean into God, lean into her Puritan values, and really find peace in this. This poem is also really unique in the way that it provides a lot of room for people to connect with it. Although most readers' houses probably haven't burned down, following Anne through her stages from grief to resolution is something that I feel like anybody can relate to. These themes of loss and grief and growth remain relevant today and will remain relevant as long as humans live. Bradstreet also uses really strong imagery through this poem. So Bradstreet states things like, "The flame consumed my dwelling place, and where oft I sat and long did lie." Overall, this descriptive language and strong imagery helps further connect readers to the author as they're able to really imagine what Bradstreet is going through by hearing these things, hearing how long she's sitting there, how she's just watching her house go up, hearing what's really going on in her mind is very powerful. When I first read this poem, it sounds crazy, but I thought about when my neighbor tried to burn my house down and kill my family. This happened in about 5th grade, and it was a really traumatizing thing for me, and so I feel like I was able to further connect with this poem even more. And I really had to lean into God during this time to accept what was going on. Not that it was to the extent of the Puritan values, but I can connect to Anne in the way that I leaned into God during this time. Although this poem is very short, it is very impactful and made me feel really emotional. I really found myself following Bradstreet through all her different stages of grief. After really seeing her find peace through God and find peace through not caring so much about the materialistic things and just being grateful that she had her life, really opened my eyes and made me kind of follow that path with her. Now I'm going to read the part of the poem that really stuck out to me. Bradstreet states, quote, "Then coming out, behold a space, the flame consumed my dwelling place. And when I could no longer look, I blessed his name that gave and look, that laid my goods now in the dust. Yeah, so it was, and so 'twas just." The reason this part of the poem intrigued me the most is I feel like this is the moment of the author's start of acceptance. This is when she realizes she has to take that step forward for herself and really lean into God and try to make the best of it.